If you're struggling to find good content ideas, don't worry, I got you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 easy ways to start creating more content. And I'm just going to make this whole content creation process much easier for you. Okay, but before I share it, make sure to hit subscribe so you get to find out about more videos like this as they come. But I'm going to dive straight in and I'm going to share with you what I got up on my screen to the right here, which I'm very conscious you can't see. Number 1, turn your best performing reel into a carousel. So let me explain. When you go through and check your insights and you see that one of your reels did really well, let's say you shared the 3 top tips to losing fat or the 3 best ways to build muscle for women, for example. Look at your insights. If you see that that carousel did really well, it got loads of saves, it got loads of likes, it got loads of interest, loads of shares, people are commenting, and it's doing well. If that's the best performing post as a reel, what you should then do is open that up and go and turn that into a carousel. If you follow me on Instagram at fullybookcoach, you'll see examples of my carousels. And if you want a free carousel template, message me the word carousel and I'll send you the template for one of the carousels that I use. But to be clear, you take those points and you turn them into a carousel, quick, easy, digestible, and they're very savable. And you've got to understand with carousels, the big call to action here is to save the post. Save this post to check it out later. And carousels work really well because it's really bite-sized chunks. You don't have to write a long caption. You can keep it short, quick, and easy. And that's why we're a big fan of carousels, okay? The next one, number 2, turn your best performing carousel into an IG live video that you can save and keep as an IGTV video. Example of this, you jump on and you do a live video. A tip for going live on Instagram is try and go live in the evening. And also when you're about to go live, it will tell you how many active followers you've got. If you typically have, the most you've ever seen is 100 and you're seeing 50, then maybe it's not a good time to go live. If there's 100 or even more than 100, as an example, that would be a good time to go live. So what you do is say for 5 to 10 minutes, don't make them too long, keep it quite short and snappy, like what I'm trying to do here on YouTube. And you create your IG video, but at the end of it, you can save it. You can save it as an IGTV video to sit on your account, which is pretty cool. You can add a description, you can then add hashtags for extra reach, and you can even put it into like a folder within your Instagram. But videos don't do very well at the moment anymore on Instagram. If you're going to do a long form video, you're better off doing a live video and saving it as an IGTV live just as like a bonus, or you're better off doing what I'm doing here and just creating a video on your phone, or if you've got a nice fancy setup, which is the goal for my next coming videos, stick it on YouTube. So let's say as a general rule, if it's like more than 5 to 10 minutes, stick it on YouTube. If you're going to keep it 5 to 10 minutes and you can do like a live Q&A or a live training, then save it as an IGTV. Okay. Number 3, take clips from your IGTV video and turn them into a Reels mini series. So an example of this would be, let's say you do an Instagram live and you share 5 tips about nutrition or confidence or mindset, whatever. Then what you can do is you can break those 5 tips into little mini videos. So you can go and make some notes. You can then record them as a mini Reels video. And then in your story, and after every reel that you do, you say this is part 1 of 5, part 2 of 5. And then if people randomly land on part 3 of 5, they're going to go back and find part 1 and part 2 and then keep an eye out for part 4 and 5, which is a really clever way of going about it. Number 4, take quotes from what you said in your reels and post them as Twitter style posts. So if you want an example of a Twitter style post, then message me the word Twitter or comment the word Twitter below, and on Instagram I can send you a template, right? But what you can do is you can share some quotes, make it really simple, just snappy little quotes from things that you've said in the reels, and then you can actually then start to get traction of people sharing those posts. They often like those posts, save them, and even comment, even better if it's something controversial. But the reason why Twitter style posts do really well and are really easy is because it's just a quick, snappy soundbite. So if you're ever in doubt or you're really busy or struggling to get content out, in Canva, especially if you get the template from me or create your own, you just duplicate the previous one and then you just write some words, hit save, stick it up, and you'll have a post on Instagram in 10 minutes or less. That's why I love the Twitter style quotes when I'm got a busy day ahead of me. Number 5, Elaborate about your tweet style post on your story and share a question box. So for example, if in your tweet you say, is it just me, or does everyone spend the majority of their session these days on their phone? And then what you do is then you go on your story, you explain this again, but then you add a question box saying, what's your opinion on this? Or what's your biggest pet peeve for people in the gym? They put their thing in the question box, and then you can start replying to people, both on your story and privately. You can get people in the DMs and start conversations which can turn out to be clients, or you can just share it as a form of building your story and run it that way. And then the final one, number 6, take the questions that people ask you in the question box, stick it on your story, and answer them as multiple posts on your feed. So the best thing about creating content based on what your audience are asking for is that you know they want it because they ask for it. So if people keep asking you about fat loss and they're not asking you about muscle building, stop posting about muscle building and start talking more about fat loss. If the majority of your questions are coming from women and they're asking about a specific topic, start creating more content for women, and maybe you change your bio and your branding and everything to align with that if that's where you want to go. But it's a great way of getting a true representation of who is watching your stuff and the kind of stuff that people want to see more of. Okay, so to be clear, what I'm trying to say here is get creative and use the data. Don't just create content based off of your thoughts and feelings. Ask the audience, find out what they want to see. It's like me saying, cool, did you enjoy this video? If you did, comment below and let me know what you want to hear more about. Is it content creation, more of this? Is it lead generation? Is it learning to sell, how to close? What is it you want to learn more about? Comment below. And if you did take value from this video, make sure to like it. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Head over to Fully Booked Coach on Instagram and catch me over there. And if you want to book a free session, depending on what time of the year you're watching this and where the business is at, you can still book a free session if you message the word session or comment the word session below on YouTube, and you can book them for a free one-to-one with me. It's not a sales call, it's a free session. And then if you want to hear about working with me on a one-to-one basis, that's something we'll talk about at the end. Or you can just take what you've learned, part as friends, and do the journey on your own. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and message me on Instagram. Fully Booked Coach.